Happy Friday, you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What are we? We're in March still. Well, actually, we just begun, right? Still. Here we are at Coffee Talk with Karen. And I am just trying to share this on Facebook as well, which, if you guys know me, I'm not so great at doing this. Um, So good morning to anybody. Yep, no music. Good morning. Thank you for tuning into Coffee Talk with Karen. It is Friday. Happy Friday. We made it through the week. Although some people do work on the weekends as well, so that doesn't mean much, right? But it is Friday regardless. So TGIF, good morning, good morning. So today I wanted to talk about don't give up. Giving up is, well, not giving up rather, is really challenging, right? Because most things that we want are not always easily obtained, and it is very difficult not to give up. So I'm gonna every morning now, my new thing, like I had explained, Coffee Talk began during the pandemic, and we kind of helped each other get through this crazy time that no one understood. I still don't think we understand. And I tried to give people little tidbits of things that would help us keep going. So I'm trying to get back into that again and do a little segment instead of, I used to do an hour show, sometimes more. This is just a quick little, hi, how are you? Checking in, check yourself before you wreck yourself type of thing. So yeah, basically, I just want to remind everybody that it's always darkest before the dawn, right? So it's so difficult not to give up because we become discouraged. We become disenchanted, frustrated. I mean, the list goes on, right? It's very difficult. Now, if you guys are here, please say hello. We are live. I see some people have jumped in. Say hi. Feel free to comment on what we're speaking of. If you're catching this on the replay, this is Real Talk with Karen Stacy .podbean.com. It's a free app. You just click that subscribe button. Therefore, you will get an email and know when I go live. And I would love to have you guys join me. So today, there you go. Hi. Hey, John, how are you? Good morning. So again, you're listening to Coffee Talk with Karen. I'm actually going to take a sip of my coffee. Hold on. We need this. And get back to what we were discussing, which is don't give up. So I'm here to be your cheerleader and remind you that most things are not obtained easily. I don't know. There's like the thought process behind it that, if it's too easy, it's not, you don't remember, or, there's something to that. And my brain, I still haven't had enough coffee yet to get all those words right. I don't know that I believe that. I mean, I do believe in certain things. Yes. What you put into it gives it value. So I know people that will not provide a service unless they're getting paid because they feel that when someone is paying for the service, they value the service more so than if the service was provided for free. So I do understand that because unfortunately, people put value on money and material things instead of, the value of the value. But so I can understand that. So that's why, like, sometimes if you don't pay for a service, you don't take care of it the same way. So like our children, or when we were younger and someone gave us, let's say, a phone, for instance, you don't care. If somebody gave it to you, you drop it, you do this, you do that. Somebody gives you a car, if you're lucky enough, right? But when we're younger and you get the hand-me-downs or whatever, some people take pride in it and they will polish it, they will baby it, and they will do all that they can with it. And then other people take it for granted because they didn't have to work to get it and it was just given to them. So I bring that into perspective so that we can think about not giving up on ourselves and in life, because most things you do have to work for, and there is a process in which we must go through in order to obtain them. So I'll tell you no, it's not funny, but I'll tell you a story about something that I'm actually going through at this very moment. I have been prone to styes in my eye. And I don't know, about probably a month and a half ago now, maybe even a little bit more, I felt something going on. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Is this happening again? And then the following day I woke up, my eye was all blown up. And I was actually going to my regular doctor anyway that day. And she gave me some drops for it. I was doing the heat and all that stuff. And it like was 1,000 times better that night, but still didn't go away. So there was like a little bump there. And I, was doing heat and, all these things that they tell you to do, right? So I didn't notice it getting much better than it had. So I had been doing it for probably around a week or two, once a day. And I wasn't really seeing much of a result. And I was saying to myself, perhaps what I'm doing is making it worse because it seemed to be more inflamed. So I said to myself, because, I'm a doctor in my spare time, I said to myself, you know what? Maybe stop doing this for a little bit and see what happens, because probably you're aggravating this and you're making it worse. So I stopped doing it for a little bit. It did, subside some, but the lump was still there. So my son, who really wants to be a doctor when he gets older, keeps looking at my eye every day. And he says, Ma, you should really go to the doctor for that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I did not go to the eye doctor. I went to my regular doctor. So after about 2 weeks of it not going away, after I left it alone, I went to the eye doctor. The eye doctor tells me it's called something with a C, Chilean sty or something. It's a Chilean something. And so basically what that is like a lump in your eye that, has to drain. And so unfortunately, it's not draining, and this is what causes the lump. And you actually have to have a minor surgery for it to release. So I was doing everything they were telling me to do. I started doing the heat or whatever, went back to the doctor like a week later. They said, well, this should have kind of gone away by now. Now you're going to have to go see, this specialist, which is basically like a plastic surgeon for your eye, to get this thing drained and removed. So now I'm, of course, scared, because who the hell wants anybody poking in their eye? And I'm saying to myself, had I maybe continued with the heat and the massage like I was told to do, maybe I wouldn't be in this situation. Hence the reason why I'm talking to you about not giving up. So I just said, you know what? It's not working. And I stopped. Now, how many things in life do we do where we're like, this isn't working, I'm going to stop. And also, how much time are we giving it, right? Have you started a new diet or a new exercise routine and it's like 2 weeks and you're like, unless of course you're a guy where you lose weight and see results immediately, or some people that just have those genetics. But for the rest of us, we all know that it takes a minute to start seeing those results. So, my message to you today is don't give up, because the best is always yet to come. I know sometimes it's hard to believe this, right? But it's true. I mean, you also, what do they say? You have to do something for like 22 days or more for it to become, I guess, a habit, right? I think that's the right word. So you have to have sustainability with anything you're doing to see improvement. So the reason for me telling you this is, I mean, I have a gazillion reasons, but right this moment, what I explained to you with this Chalesian thing in my eye, I gave up. But in essence, I did give up because I thought I was making the matter worse. So now I'm back to saying it's going to take me 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, to go to see this specialist, right? So anything can happen in 2 weeks. And I said to my son, watch what's going to happen. I'm going to finally get the appointment. And the night before I go into the procedure, this thing is going to drain itself. How much you want to bet? He says, I don't want to bet you, because he knew I would be right. So now, last night, I start going into my database in my mind of things that I know work, because I try to do things naturally. And now I am back on it, stronger than ever, because I'm going to get this thing. I want to call it something else, but I'm trying not to curse. I'm going to get this thing to drain and do what it needs to do. So as I'm sitting here struggling not to give up, I am imploring you not to give up. So if there's something that you're trying to obtain, if there is something new that you're trying to learn, if there is someone new in your life, there is something new in your life, you have a goal that you're trying to reach, you're struggling with problems that you're trying to get through, don't give up. It's really, really hard. So I get it, but failure can't ever be an option. That's how I try to look at things. Failure can't be an option. I don't know if anybody's out there listening to me right now and giving me an amen, but failure is not an option. And the only way not to fail is to succeed. And the only way to succeed is by not giving up. So again, remember something, guys. You are not alone. Everybody is going through something. We don't know what it is. And some people might be going through something that in your lifetime might not be so tragic, but in their lifetime it is, right? We've all been handed different decks of cards, and some of us really got, I can say shit, got shitty hands, and others of us got a better hand. But you can always turn your life around because you can shuffle those cards. So today is Friday. I believe it's March 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. And I am giving you something to think about today. And that is, don't give up. And just when you're ready to do it is when you have to push harder. Now, you are human. So today, maybe you're having a hard time not giving up. I mean, you're having a hard time, not giving up. So, you know what? Ride the wave today and just say, you know what? Today's not the day. But know when you wake up tomorrow, feet on the ground, you're back at it. So, you can visit, but you can't stay. That's always my words. You can visit, but you can't stay. So you can visit this place where you want to give up. You can visit this place where you have no hope, you have no faith, but you can't stay. Tomorrow is another day. You will gain, remember, you need love, hope, and faith. Without those three things, we have nothing. So never give up hope. Always believe and allow love to come into your heart and allow others to give you love. So again, today is Friday. You got the weekend, TGIF. If you had a rough week, it's over. You got this. You did it. And tomorrow's another day, but just don't give up. And you know what? When you feel like you're done and you're like, you know what? I'm done. Hear my words. Don't give up. Because remember, if you give up on yourself, what is everyone else going to do? What is the universe going to do? So you always got to believe in yourself. And you know what? If you have friends that you see that are struggling, help them out and be their cheerleader. Say something encouraging to them that will help them push through. And you might not even know that they're going through it. Some people do share that, but a lot of us don't. But if you know somebody's going through something, help. Say something encouraging, do something helpful, be supportive. Sometimes just a kind word, that's it. Just a kind word. You look good. You sound good. I'm so happy to hear from you. I'm here if you need me. Whatever it is, think about others just as much or even more so than you think about yourself, because you never know what your actions can do to help a person that is just about ready to give up, not give up. So those are my words to you. Again, this is Coffee Talk with Karen. It is Friday. This is my third day in a row that I have come on to try to give you guys words of wisdom or at least something to think about, because sometimes we just need to hear it. I hear my friends, I hear my family say, Karen, I hear your words in my head. And you know what? God willing, they're good words. But if you can hear my words in your head and they help you get through something, then my work here is done. And that's how I sleep at night. So again, hit that subscribe and follow button so you don't miss a show. For those of you that tuned in, thank you so much. For those of you that are catching this on the replay, always feel free to comment. And remember, tomorrow isn't promised, so don't be an asshole today. Love you guys. Happy weekend.